Hey everybody, it's Jeff from Nu Yawk, and here I am with my brand new news show called... Oh wait, I don't have a title for this show yet. I'm gonna think about it for a while. If you guys have any ideas, just leave a comment below. But basically, it's gonna be a news show, brand new here on the Nu Yawk channel, covering news from Las Vegas, Atlantic City, cruises, restaurants, menu items, you name it, I'm gonna discuss it here. In this particular episode, Circa in Las Vegas, downtown Las Vegas, has some big plans for the Super Bowl at Circa Swim. And the Wynn also is opening up a brand new show that's supposed to be groundbreaking called Awakenings. There's some latest news in the horrible, tragic incident, the stabbing incident here on the Las Vegas Strip, as well as a class action suit filed against MGM. It's almost Halloween, and there's lots going on in Atlantic City for that weekend, so I'll bring you up to date on that, as well as the stabbing incident, another stabbing incident, here at the Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City. Guy Fieri and Bobby Flay pair off at Harrah's in Atlantic City. And is Disney gonna buy the biggest cruise ship ever built? Norwegian Cruise Line brands its own beer and gin. And the Four Seasons, yes, that Four Seasons wants to open its brand new luxury cruise line. So stay tuned, let's get this show started. So first off, Circa in Las Vegas, downtown Las Vegas, is taking reservations for the upcoming 2023 Super Bowl. If you want to stand, it's going to cost you between $100 and $200, all the way up to, if you want a cabana that sits up to 12 people, well, that'll cost you $12,000. Big range in between, there's day beds and everything, but it's going to cost you to watch the Super Bowl at Circa Swim. Reservations can be made on the Circa website. Wynn Theater spent $75 million redesigning their theater for a show called Awakenings opening November 7th. The redesigned theater has a 360-degree theater in the round setup with 1,600 seats, an 80-foot ceiling, one of the most technically advanced theaters in the country as far as I know, and it's even got 4,000 speakers. The show itself cost $120 million to produce. That's on top of what it cost to redesign the theater. And the narrator of the show is Anthony Hopkins, who is obviously pre-recorded. And shows will be twice a night, 7 and 9:30 p.m. You can go on the Wynn website to check out tickets. The return of the Ghostbar at the Palms in Las Vegas is official. The Sky High Ultra Lounge on the 55th floor is scheduled to open shortly, with wonderful views of the Las Vegas Valley, as well as their classic signature cocktails. Yari Barrios, the 32-year-old who has been suspected of killing 2 people and stabbing 6 others on the Las Vegas Strip, has been detained by the Las Vegas police. He's been charged with open murder, 2 counts of open murder, and 6 counts of attempted murder with a deadly weapon. According to the police report, Barrios arrived in Las Vegas a couple days earlier and showed up at the Wynn asking for a job, and security there, according to the police report, told him to go jump in front of a train. When he got outside the Wynn, Barrios approached 4 showgirls and asked for a photo, and when they refused, he stabbed one, and actually he stabbed 2, killing 1, and then proceeded to stab other people as he crossed a pedestrian bridge over to the Palazzo. He then proceeded to run away, throwing his 12-inch kitchen knife into the bushes by the Palazzo, where Palazzo security guards, or Sands security guards, Palazzo is owned by the Sands, actually got to retain him until the police showed up. According to the arrest report, Barrios told the police that he just wanted to make money to return to Guatemala and wished that the cops had killed him. However, the report shows that he was a Mexican native who actually lived in California. On a much happier note, the New Yawk Hotel and Casino on the Las Vegas Strip is redesigning a lot of their rooms, and the theme is New York City lofts. Now, the hotel's been around for quite a while, and it's nice to see that they're doing renovations to it. It's a very popular hotel and casino on the Las Vegas Strip, and the new loft-inspired rooms will be available summer of 2023. A class action suit is being filed against MGM Resorts, stating that gamblers are being robbed of their winnings because the kiosks on the casino floors do not give out change. The practice of not giving out change at the kiosk started when the pandemic was around, claiming that there was a coin shortage and they couldn't give out change, but well, that's kind of like behind us now, but that practice is still around. This has actually added up to $22 million not paid to winning gamblers. The problem here is the little slip that prints out, the Tito, that you get when you win at a slot machine, clearly states that you need to go to a cashier for the change. You can go to a redemption booth for the bills, but you need to go to a cashier for the change. And so the Tito actually clearly explains that. So the lawsuit really doesn't have a leg to stand on, unfortunately. And well, folks, it's almost Halloween, so what kind of spooktacular stuff is being planned in Atlantic City? Well, let's discuss, shall we? The Atlantic City Ballet Company is doing Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, at Caesars, and information is available on the Caesars website. The Art at Bally's has a huge Halloween party planned on October 29th, which includes live music, DJs, a costume party with costume prizes, beer specials, food specials, everything on October 29th at the Yard at Bally's. And at the Tropicana, Boogie Nights, Boogie, get it? Halloween Boogie Nights. The famous nightclub at the Tropicana in Atlantic City is also planning parties all weekend long with admission only from like $10 to $20 depending on what night you go. And again, lots of DJs and costume parties and prizes and things like that as well. Now the View at the Claridge, the rooftop bar View, V-U-E, is also planning some Halloween shenanigans that weekend, and it's also a costume party. So I guess if you're going to Atlantic City or even in Las Vegas, if you're out and about that weekend, you're expected to wear a costume. But if you're not, no worries. I mean, you're not going to be refused at the door, but you won't have a chance to win one of those fabulous prizes, whatever those might be. I have no idea. But I do like the view. It has a obviously fantastic view of Atlantic City. If you haven't seen my Super Bowl video here on the New York channel, the video ends up at the View, the rooftop bar at the Claridge. It's a wonderful place, and that just might be where I might be spending my Halloween evening. Also, North Beach Mini Golf, that mini golf course or that putt-putt course, whatever you want to call it, wherever you come from, all the way on the north end of the boardwalk past Ocean, is celebrating Halloween all month of October. They have on their mini golf course or their putt-putt course like animatronics and skeletons and things like that. So check that place out as well. It's open, I think it's open every day now through Halloween with those Halloween decorations and animatronics. The Showboat on the Atlantic City Boardwalk is also planning a huge spectacular, a Halloween spectacular that weekend with lots of DJs, and from what I understand, according to them, it's going to be one of the biggest parties on the Atlantic City Boardwalk, so check that out as well at the Showboat website. I think all of the hotels and casinos, not only on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, but on the marina side as well, are planning Halloween spectaculars. So just check out their individual websites for details. But don't discount areas outside the hotels and casinos either. I know several places in the Orange Loop, like Fieri and Tennessee Avenue Beer Hall, are also planning parties, Halloween parties that weekend as well. So check out their websites as well. And unfortunately, not to be outdone by Las Vegas, the Ocean Casino Resort also had a stabbing incident not too long ago, about a week or two ago, in one of their hotel rooms. The suspect, Andrew James Osborne, 34, from Pennsylvania, is waiting in a Pennsylvania jail for extradition to New Jersey to face charges of murder. The victim, Brian Wilkinson, age 47, from Egg Harbor Township in New Jersey, was pronounced dead in the hotel room at Ocean Casino Resort. Officials don't know of any motive involved in this case, nor do they know of any additional suspects involved, and the Ocean Casino Resort is not commenting on the subject. And on a lighter subject, thank goodness, Harrah's in Atlantic City, on the marina side of Atlantic City, has recently opened up Chicken Guy by Guy Fieri, as well as Bobby's Burgers by Bobby Flay. Now, a Guy's Chicken features fresh chicken tenders with 22 different types of dipping sauces. That's right, I said 22 types of dipping sauces. I don't know about you, but when I go to McDonald's, I have a hard time deciding between honey mustard and barbecue, much less 22 different types of dipping sauces. Also opened up at Harrah's is the brand new Bobby's Burgers by Bobby Flay. I've been to several Bobby's Burgers in Las Vegas. Haven't been to the one at Harrah's yet on the marina side of Atlantic City. I plan on visiting both places as far as Guy's Chicken or Chicken Guy as it's called, as well as Bobby's Burgers in Harrah's as soon as I head over to the marina side, which will probably be in about a week or two. I will definitely bring you guys a video of both of those visits. The supergroup Air Supply is coming to Resorts Hotel and Casino here in Atlantic City. I'm not sure, were they in the 70s or the 80s? I think they were the 70s. I remember one song by them called I'm All Out of Love. And apparently they've had several hits. That's the only one that I remember. But if you remember any other hits from Air Supply, leave a comment below. In any event, they're coming to resorts this fall as well. Check out the website for information as well as ticket prices. Big news on the cruising front. A 9,000 passenger cruise ship, the largest in the world, has been sitting in Europe for, well, I guess since the pandemic, and the company that built it, Genting, I believe, went bankrupt, yes. And the cruise ship has been sitting there about 75% built, and it's been sitting there for a while, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Disney decides we might be interested in purchasing that cruise ship. Now, the ship has been called the Global Dream since its conception, but I'm not sure if Disney plans on keeping that name. They'll probably name it after a princess or something like that. But it's just interesting to know that somewhere in the future, there will be a 9,000 passenger cruise ship on the seas. Now, the ship has been called the Global Dream since its conception, but I'm not sure if Disney plans on keeping that name. They'll probably name it after a princess or something like that. But it's just interesting to know that somewhere in the future, there will be a 9,000 passenger cruise ship on the seas. Also in cruise news, Norwegian Cruise Line, NCL, is debuting their very own beer and gin branded as apostrophe 66, or as in like 1966. Now, right now, you're only going to get this beer and gin on the Norwegian Prima, which I might be sailing on this coming spring. I got my eyes set on a cruise sometime in March or April on the Prima, sailing out of New York City to lots of ports, so I'm going to see how that goes. But the Prima is premiering this brand, this beer brand and this gin brand, 66, only on that ship. The description says the beer is light and citrusy in flavor, so kind of sounds like something I'd be interested in. If I do go sailing on the Prima this spring, I will definitely try out that beer and let you guys know what it tastes like, and I'll bring that video to you. As far as the gin, I don't do gin. Gin doesn't agree with me very well. Believe it or not, with all the cocktails and wine and stuff that I bring you guys, I just don't do gin. But I think it's kind of cool that I can try this beer out on only one place, the Prima, the NCL Prima, and I'm looking forward, if I do go cruising on the Prima, to try that beer out, and I will bring you guys that video, of course. Finally, in today's news, the Four Seasons is looking to start its own cruise line. Yes, that Four Seasons, the hotel people. It is going to be a ultra luxury cruise line with ships that are pretty much large yacht size, not the size of your Norwegian getaways and your Carnival cruise lines and things like that. These ships are going to be small. They're going to be yacht size with just a couple hundred cabins. And from what I understand, to build these ships, the cabins, each cabin alone is going to be over $4 million to put together. So we're talking about high-end luxury cruising. These ships aren't going to be available, from what I understand, also until 2025. So I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on with the Four Seasons and the brand new cruise line that they're looking to start. So that's it, guys. I know this video is, well, depending upon how I edit it, I'm going to edit it as soon as I'm done filming here. I know it's been kind of rough, but this is a new idea that I have that I plan on doing, hopefully somewhere down the line every night. So I will bring you news from Las Vegas, Atlantic City, the cruising world, and like I said, any other things that I get involved in, or any other things that you guys might like me to talk about, such as restaurants and things like that. Even like Arby's comes out with a new burger. Did you try it? Maybe I'll try it and discuss it here on the news channel. We'll see. Kind of like the community room here on the Nu Yawk channel, only live. That being said, I know production-wise, there's a lot to be desired here. I'm going to see what I can do with the editing with this video. You know, sometimes things look really rough when they're raw, and I work my magic with editing and they look a lot better. But I'm not sure about this particular video. But again, this is an experiment, and I'm so happy to have you guys along as subscribers, especially all you regular people who give me feedback, both good and bad, as far as how the channel's going. And again, this is an experiment. I'd like your opinion on what you think as far as a news channel here on the Nu Yawk channel, or a news show, I should say, on the Nu Yawk channel. Leave your comments below. And what I plan on doing going into the winter is videos on hotels, casinos, and cruising Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and doing news shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays. News, not new, news shows like this one on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As things start to get busier in the spring of 2023, I plan on doing my regular videos Monday through Saturday, and then news videos such as this one every day in the evening. So those are my plans. We'll see how they work out. We'll see how this news show goes. I'll do a couple of them. If you guys like them, I'll continue to do them. If you don't like them, well, obviously I will stop doing them and move on to other things. So leave your comments below. Again, guys, I appreciate everything you do for me. I'm so glad. I'm very happy doing what I do, and I'm so glad that you guys are coming along for the ride. Leave your comments below, and thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my Nu Yawk videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.